All right, Rahubat, everyone, we are back on live, talking about business minds. Um, so, Fatima, did you have a point? Your point? Did you want to continue off of your point?
Yeah, real quick. It's me talking about myself personally and personal is to show the division spirit that we have and how little things that don't matter pop out and cause the division and breaks up the whole unity of the bigger picture. It's always about the bigger picture. So people don't want to deal with their own self, so they cause a division. So um pretty much the business mind, we're all being ran if you're not running yourself. I guess we were kind of talking about that right when we broke. It was talking about who were they. Like I posted that earlier on Facebook, was talking about how people always say they did this to our people. They, like, who is they? That sounds paranoid. It does. It's, to me, it sounds delusional. It sounds, because we know whatever. We understand the powers that be. We're talking about those power, but we are the power. We have the power. Don't blame anybody else when you have that power in yourself to create a corporation for yourself, to open up a cell phone market or a tower for yourself. You get along. I'm quite sure with all of these computer geniuses and all this stuff, so someone can create a tower, a separate tower just for us. And
Yep.
someone can create genes and all of that. We could create all of that for ourselves. You don't have to complain about they. You are they. That's what I was saying on my post. We are they. Is nobody has control over you. You control you. I don't care what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you got to pay a bill, you choose to pay that bill. But you can have your own electric company. You
Yeah.
can have your own solar panels. That's the point of me saying all this stuff about the job and all of that. Like, I just got tired of it. Why I got to put up with this? She going to, we at work, we supposed to be helping people. She ain't even caring about helping people. You not talking and you ain't mad that you can't talk to your clients about coming to church and changing their lives, but you're going to attack me. I'm helping the people too. And I'm talking to you nice, telling you how good God is. Yeah, I see the blessings in your life. Da, da, da. But you ain't get it right now. I ain't get enough because I wasn't saying Jesus. All these
Mm-hmm.
division stuff is dumb. It's really dumb. And it goes back to the show that we was talking about, the devil. We need to do that. The God is in the devil in you. Because you got to
And
realize it to get to the business. Go ahead. I'm
oh
sorry.
no, no, keep going, please.
Yeah, like you got to realize all of those entities in you. You really be truthful with yourself. When you be truthful with everything that's going on around you, then you can see self and yourself and how you can better self or better self with other selves. Period. But
Exactly.
you got to first do the self search, you know, not the.
Exactly. And
I'm biting
not.
my tongue.
Oh no, no, you're good. I not to add on to your wisdom. Part of that self and part of that business mind is to take that risk, to take that risk to search for yourself, because a lot of people are comfortable where they're at. They're comfortable working the 9 to 5. They're comfortable because they get a check every 2 weeks and it's guaranteed, you know, at the moment. But they're comfortable relying on the government. They're comfortable shopping at these corporations. It's a comfort. A lot of people are afraid to step outside of the box, go out of formation, not in formation. And, that's when, people who are in that, I want to call it like, I don't know if I want to call it corporate mindset or just that mindset of that being comfortable. When they see people like us, stepping out of that quote unquote corporate world and being our own corporation, doing our own thing, they want to say, oh, it's not going to work and things like that because they're comfortable where they're at, because they've never themselves tried it themselves and went out of their comfort zone and took that risk. Because in every business there's risk, but you have to take that risk, you have to take on that challenge, and a lot of people just don't want to take that risk. But I hope that through our actions and through our works, people can see, and it will give them strength and inspiration and motivation to take that risk, to do things for yourself, to do actually what you love. Maybe for some people they love having a 9 to 5, but I feel like majority of people are not happy with what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
They
or
can't be.
yeah, doing the same old routine, not having a flexible schedule, not having the freedom to do what you want when you want. And
Mm-hmm.
and when you have your own business and you're passionate about it, it doesn't seem like a job. And job comes from the Hebrew word persecution. It doesn't seem like a persecution. It's just a way of life. It's just more of you're living your life. And
Mm-hmm.
at first it might be risky because you're stepping out of that comfort zone. You're so used to this 9 to 5. You're so used to going to school and going to work and shopping at the store. But once out of that comfort zone, okay, maybe I can have my own land, and on that my own land I can have my own school or have my own food source or have my own business. you know at first it may be
Mm-hmm.
hard, but just to me, I feel like the rewards are so much more rewarding because you actually see your own works coming. You actually see your own works manifesting. Like whatever work you put
Mm-hmm.
into it comes out, and it shows.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that also I wanted to add to that the discussion as well. Taking that risk.
Because yeah, you have to. Cause that's why I didn't worry about no money for the kids or that work in my home. Like, and then I tell you, kids used to get dropped to my house, and I wouldn't see their parents for weeks at a time or days at a time. And then the parents got so comfortable with doing it, they got comfortable with trying to ask me for money, you know. But I didn't care. Like you were talking about the risk, you know what I mean? I took the risk of having these other children in my house stole from me. So I didn't care about none of that because my intentions were good and what I was doing was good. And people would say that stuff to me, like, you gonna have these kids in your house, you don't know what kind of life they live, and da, 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 da. And not saying that I was aloof and not, like stupid to things like that, but you just, you're a mom, you're a mother. I'm not caring about this baby need. The mom, I used to get 9-year-old little girls. Their mom will lock them out the house because their boyfriend was there. Stuff like that. How could I just care about what's going on in her mom's house and not help her? Hey, well,
Mm-hmm.
girl, I mean, why you ain't call the cops? I would call the cops. What? So we just, I mean, that ideology. I mean, that was even part of what I was talking about yesterday. I was talking about the foster care system and how our babies are in there.
Yeah.
That gets stopped too. Like that's a part of a system too that needs to
Yeah.
stop. Why not? Our babies could come to a home of healing,
Yeah.
and not to force your way on them, but like just the peaceful way. Let them see how you and your family operate as a family and eat better. And y'all get up, maybe y'all meditate together or do yoga together.
Mm-hmm.
Those small things to make their life better, not push it on them. Give them a hug. Say they look beautiful. Those things count more than anything else. Just kindness, love.
Yeah.
Also being aware. Also, see, the love is being aware of what's in that baby and what that baby needs healing too. So you're not blind to the detriment in that person. You know how to heal it, or watch out for it and to stop them in their tracks or whatever.
Exactly. And, everyone needs this healing, you know. But I feel like especially children, especially those children in the system, like
Mm-hmm.
they need a lot of healing, and they're not giving them that healing.
Mm-mm.
Especially a lot of I read these horror stories, and I'm actually helping a sister right now too. She has her children in the system, and there's all these horror stories where the child enforcement officers just literally rip these kids out of their parents' arms for little things that or even nothing, like just for switching a hospital, they they get their kids taken away from them and things like that. Like, that's another thing we need as well. Why can't us as a community who's been around these parents decide as a community if these children should be with the parents or not?
Mm-hmm.
And then if as a community we see, okay, these children aren't in a safe environment, then those children should be put, like you said, in these healing centers or healing places where
Mm-hmm.
they can heal from the traumatization. Because just by ripping the kids out of a traumatizing environment into another traumatizing environment to another isn't going to help them at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not knocking the people who are foster parents who are taking these parents
Mm-hmm.
to taking these children. No, I'm just saying, they have to go through so many homes. They literally just lost their parents, like, and especially as a child, it's hard to, take in all this and organize their thoughts. It's just this whole system is just backwards, and that's why
Yeah.
we
And
need our
people get
own.
accustomed to it. They don't see it like that. You don't have to have a clean history record. I don't know. People don't say I don't want them people in my business. Like you're finding an excuse not to help you. You don't have to go through no long drawn out process. If you see a baby in need, they will not take the baby from you. They just want to know where the baby is, stuff like that. And them people don't bother you like that. They don't do anything. Actually, they could be a resource if things that this child may need, like if you may need to get them to the doctors or a birth certificate because you can't get it, they have to get it, stuff like that, if that's what you wanted to do. But it depends on how, but they come up with every source or every reason to not help. Right now you could just not, I mean, everybody know people right now that has children that you could add a little bit more light in that child's life because of their parents. I know you don't even have to be a foster parent. You could be a foster parent that way. You could take them some coloring books sometime, or go sit on the porch with them, throw a ball with them, play jack. Not just a video game. Just talk to them. Not shoving those stuff. They children, so you could just go have. You know what? You want to go outside? We could just go play basketball real quick, or we could just color. You ever try to draw? You watch this YouTube video? My own son, we do airplanes, like we air origami. He likes it now. You know what I'm saying? Just something to do with his mind. You know how to fold up paper all kind of ways. I mean, just little
Yeah,
stuff to just give him some kind of. I don't have to. It don't cost a dime. Even if you ain't want to get a color book, what you? I know you got some paper in your house, and everybody got a cell phone. That's how they tuning in right now. You can watch a
exactly.
YouTube video with them, projects to do. I don't know. It don't take much. But that division spirit, as you were talking about earlier, and we had to get back to the unity, as how Reverend Ani said, to
Yeah.
get back to the beginning.
And I also wanted to
Yeah.
point out real quick, in I was looking at, adopting, right? Like adoptions.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
it costs thousands and thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars just to adopt a child. And I was just thinking, like, they're making a business out of these children, out of these orphan children.
Uh-huh.
And
Right.
that makes me think, okay, we need to have a business mindset, but ethical business mindsets, because there's many types of businesses and not all businesses are good. Like they're
Mm-hmm.
creating a business, like they're basically it. To me, it sounds like modern day slavery, like selling these children. To me, I know it says like, oh, it goes to the fees and the psychological stuff and all this stuff, but still, they're making a business of it. It's a money making business. If it costs
Yep.
$40,000 to adopt a child, that's just
Right.
crazy to me.
But they not. That's talking about. They ain't even talking about the black children that's about 8 and 9 years old, living in group homes or living in home to home. That is not even that cost. That is it. You could really, after a certain while, if they're in under your care, you don't have to pay any of those fees. After a while, if they're under your care, after like 6, you don't have to pay any of those fees. You don't. But a lot of people just want the small babies. But they're the first, especially the black babies. They're the first one to come out off the monk. That melanin too.
Hmm.
So it's all those babies. It's overload. It's an overload of our children and the foster system. I wish I not even wish. That's my goal, to have a home where we have sisters and brothers come help these babies. Where we're mother and father. They had many moms and fathers. That's my goal. Aunts and uncles
Hmm.
for these children.
I love that goal. I definitely support you 110% on that.
It's also, we need to take all the system. That's why I understand why somebody could argue that. And then you're a part of the problem. You are they. You are the man that you're talking about. If you have a problem with seeing that you can't no longer someone else for what has happened in the past. We know that happened in the past. And we know the system and all of the systems that we're under. Now it's your time to use all of that. Don't talk about no spiritual entity. I don't care if you enlil. Yes, I'm saying it. I don't care if you enlil, if that's what you're talking about. If Enlil ain't doing what Enlil and the Holy Tablets did and made some way for people to live, then shut the fuck up. Sorry. I ain't cussing no more. That's the one cuss word I'm going to say for the day. My bad.
Yeah. Because Melchizedek came
But,
through. Melchizedek was Melchizedek. Murdoch was Murdoch.
right.
You know what I mean? He came through.
Man, yeah, it comes through. Healing. And then what is your real cause? I don't care. It's so many things that we can do. And okay, we pointing out what people did in the past, in the system, and the birth certificates, and all of that. If you're really not doing something about it, be quiet. If you're not getting with some people that's doing something about it, I say I talk with you. We do stuff about it. I talk with Malachi's disciple. We do stuff about it. We're really working hard together to create. That's why you said this is a community platform. That common unity. What is the common unity that we have? The common unity that we all have is, if you're in this country, you are under a system that you do not like, that you have the ability to change. Now you need to do that. So I would say, sis, for an announcement for the day, a lot, what, also a lot of people have been hitting me up, sending me their magazines that they're doing, um all of the events that they're doing. It's all of that they're doing. Now we need to come together collectively and do it all together. And I like that they're reaching out to do that. But then the I
Definitely.
has to go. It always has to be a we. We is me.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So that I'm sorry.
no, you're good. To add on
Yeah.
to your wisdom, you know, to have that business mindset, we also have to have that gratitude. Like, never think when we're striving towards our goals that we don't have enough, or I wish I could have as much as that person, or we're not I wish I could be as successful as that person. Like, don't compare yourself to other people, because all the wealth is already within you, is already within us. It's already there. If
Uh-huh.
you can visualize that goal you have, or the goal that we have, that means it's already there. We just need to catch up to the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
always be grateful that, you know, you have the chance to strive towards your goals or our goals.
Yep.
That's also what I wanted to add as well. But very powerful, sister. Thanks for sharing that. This is a really
Thank you.
powerful discussion, and hopefully it's inspiring those who are listening. You know, like she said, a lot of people are reaching out to us. Don't be afraid to reach out to us. You know, we're for the people. We're a platform for the people. We're by the people. We stand with the people. If you support us, then we support you. That's just how it goes with us.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. And that's what I was kind of touching on earlier. Like, I absolutely know that everybody doesn't have what everybody has their unique talent, their unique gift. But some people don't really realize that they do have a unique talent or a gift. So they don't see themselves as doing something that's a part of something. But we're not even saying that. We're saying just support. It is, and that's your gift to support. And support in something is supporting yourself, and that person is going to help you. And support isn't also just financial. Support can also be when somebody say, if you say, Sisha, if you know they know that you sell jewelry, they're out and about, and they was like, well, oh, I know a sister that sells jewelry. Here's her page. Here's her, look, I have a bracelet too. This is what it looks like. It's really good. It helps my energy. You know what I mean? That's support too.
Mm-hmm.
So we just gotta learn how to be, a lot of people have to learn how to be unified. To me, during the 1970s, where, well, probably 60s, 70s, that era, before that, families were even more unified. So, grandma stayed home to watch the kids. There was no child care or aunt. You know what I'm saying? It was a family structure. It wasn't, then, you could go out and you could do these things. Or she was home and she was doing that, and then you're handling the bill. My family is still that way. It was, I always seen this kind of stuff to me. So it's like crazy when I don't see it. So someone was always home. I never had to put any of my children in daycare, going to college or working or whatever. I never had to do that because it was a family member that I know that would give, or a sister that I took in as family. She is family that would, raise the babies, or, maybe she needed somewhere to stay. It's sisters that I've known for years. His sister needed somewhere to stay. She didn't have any money. But at the time I was working, I said, look, sis, you watch the children during the day, then, that's how we can barter the bills, but this is how you're helping me. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was someone that already watched my children, my mother at the time, but the sister needed some, you know what I mean? So I didn't want her to feel like somebody was going to be out to get her, or if she didn't have any money, she had to go. I took away that. She felt like she was a part. This is what we need to do. If it's a brother or sister that, maybe they don't know what their talent is. Everybody has one, but we know, okay, bruh, okay, you do this, you do that, and we'll support you too. This is how you support us. What do you need? What do you see yourself doing? then we'll support that too.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just no one way street. Don't come around thinking we're going to support, 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 and then you were. I'm not a fool, and I know y'all not,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because I know that our people are still they trapped into their devil side. Oh, it's gimme, gimme, gimme division.
And to add on to that wisdom, to cut off your wisdom, a lot of people look for what is what is the benefits for me? Like, what can I benefit from this instead of what can I bring to the table
Uh-huh.
so we can all work together instead of like the ego would say, how do I benefit with this? What benefit is this for me? Like, is this going to benefit me? Like you said, me.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll work better if, and it does work better when each person is like, okay, this is what I have to bring to the table. Now, what can we work with what I can give? And
A
we all work
corporation.
together. Mm-hmm.
A corporation.
Cooperation.
Maybe yes. And maybe if like okay, maybe the brother or the sister may not have, but maybe okay, maybe they, like I said, people don't recognize that maybe they don't have talent. But I see people I see talents in people all the time. Like I worked in the social service department in prison, so I was the one that helped brothers go home, set up their furloughs or whatever, their home plan, all of that, right? So the things that they would do, and I would tell them what skills do you have, and what to go over that kind of stuff. They would be artists in prison, or not even just an artist. Like the brother had the gift of gab; he knew how to talk himself out of something. It's a talent. I looked at the beauty in it. And to somebody else, I saw the bad of it too, But I thought, the beauty of it. I just seen the brother get off of stuff that I know he did, and he didn't get a charge for it. I
Mm-hmm.
said, brother, you need to be like a sports announcer or a TV radio host or something. And he was like, oh, I never thought about that. You're right. So that's a part of it too. It's just, people, you need to see what's in people too. They don't know. People have been trapped into other people's images of success that they don't see a success in themselves. You have to see it
Mm-hmm.
in yourself.
Exactly. And
Yep.
to add on to that wisdom, that was a great example. Maybe it might not be working. It might not be working for you because you may be channeling your energy into something, and maybe you can find that energy channel into something else that can work better for you. Like that example, the man was using his talent for bad, but he could use his talent for good. It's just the way you look at it, and that's part of overstanding as well. You overstood him because you saw the light in him, and you saw that talent in him, and you saw that soul in him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was probably just programmed or raised to use it for bad, and then you should shed him that light. Oh, you can use it for good. You can use it to be successful. You can use it to do your own talent and to showcase your talent in a good way. So that
Mm-hmm.
was a great example. That was a beautiful example.
Yeah. On for privacy rights. I had I volunteer 2 days a week at a center, so I can't because of privacy say the name of the center. And a lot of the women don't know how to um, see what's good in them, and because they've been so accustomed to shedding the light on of the past or whatever. So that's what I do. I volunteer and I talk to them about themselves, nothing else but themselves. Like a lot of people don't know themselves, and they don't know how to bring the good out of themselves, to run the business of self, because they're stuck into an era of time blaming something, something other
Mhm.
than this, not realizing what's is so one of the ladies, she makes these towels and they look like teddy bears, like she put the eyes on them and everything. And she comes and she gives everybody, like, you know, the other women and stuff. She was giving everybody. She was like, "I'll do 2 people a week." And like she's bringing everybody this gift. I said, "Do you ever think about selling those?" She was like, "No, I never thought about it." She didn't know about Etsy. She didn't know about other stuff. And just her doing that, like I told her about putting it up on social sites and stuff like that. But just her doing that for herself has created an esteem for herself. She never thought that she could do something for herself like she always was pleasing others. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of people get caught in that loop where they've been in a system. I'm tying it all into it. When in the system where only they're paying bills to survive, only they're
Yep.
doing this for survive, and they don't see their self as the survivor. They are the one that survived all of this, and they're making the survival means to survive, even though it's system. And then see, you could create that own your own system. But that's what I was telling her, like with their own Etsy store, you're creating a story. You can make money. You could create. The brother agent said something about the water company. We can get money together and own our own part of a water company in every state where we don't have to, because we're always constantly putting money or whatever for the system to operate. We might not never, we don't, nobody in our community will have to pay a water bill. See, you just keep getting stuck on the business or that system. You, it's so deep. That's another part of sleep, sis.
Mhm. Definitely. Even money can be a form of religion.
Yeah, it is.
Like this whole thing can also be a form of religion. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like we were saying earlier, if you don't do it this way, you're not doing it the right way. There's only one way to make money. It's going to school, doing all this stuff. You know what I mean? Getting a job. That's the only way you're going to be successful. Like, no, there's many paths, there's many journeys, there's many ways to gain
I tell
wealth.
you this, if
Hmm.
like, yeah, like say if you, okay, you guys have products, like I have products, whatever, and like say, uh, you're selling the products, I'm selling your products, and it's like 10 other people that's selling your. We could become an Avon, a
Yeah.
booklet made with your products in it, my products in it. Everybody makes money. You know what I mean? Like, why? I don't. I just, this. We don't have to just depend on Avon. We become Avon. Could be called something else. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever.
Hmm.
Like you don't have to. You choose to, because it's so. I know all these people on Facebook. I know half of my friends list are business owners.
Hmm.
Sort. Now, all of those people work together cohesively. We support Atlantic Awakes Publications, and that's the place where everybody goes to shop.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna add. Real quick, we are gonna have that feature on the site. We're gonna call it Treasures of Tamaray, and it's gonna be like our own Amazon. So if you
Mm-hmm.
have products to sell, and then she has products to sell, they have products to sell, you can all use our site as a platform. You can have your own little section on our site as your shop, just so
Mm-hmm.
everyone can come into that one spot, like Amazon, for any needs
Like
they have.
Wish. Wish is it's not one seller; it's many sellers, and they just like Amazon, it's many sellers under that one banner.
Exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with paying. Like if you put your stuff on Amazon, if you put your stuff on Kindle, like that's why I keep trying to find another way with my book, because I don't want to put my book on Kindle really, which is Amazon, because every time somebody buys my book, they have to pay a part of my the money goes to Amazon. I don't want to support. I'd rather support my
Mhm.
own.
Okay. Well,
But that's the
yeah.
cheapest option
Yeah.
for you to get stuff published.
And for right now, it does have the audience, it does have the numbers. That's
Yeah.
why it's so important to have the numbers, the unity, the strength in numbers, because Kindle, Amazon, all those people, they have numbers. And so our own
Mm-hmm.
platform's going to need the numbers. And that's
So
where
if I
everyone
post
comes in.
I'm sorry, sis. I'm sorry.
No, keep going.
It, the sickness of our people is because we're so wrapped up into the distractions of the system, and we talk about spirituality all the time, but it's not balanced. Because I could post a picture of myself. I'll post a picture of myself, and I'll get 1,000 likes, 1,000 views on a video of a live video of myself with me on the camera. But say if I post, share this business, this is a good idea, we're doing this, I'll get 2 likes, maybe a share from y'all, from the people that we're close
Hmm.
to, that we work, not the collectively. This is that division spirit. Like, what? Oh wow, want to comment all over the picture. Like this is the illusion that you rather deal with what you can see rather than what you can do. Like I just don't. They don't want to end it. Like to please, I don't want to hear nobody complain about. I swear I don't, about what the white man do. I don't. Please never say that around me unless you're actively doing something. Don't
Yeah.
complain about the white man. You the white man.
Yep.
You have become the white man because you're doing it for yourself. Your neighborhood is dirty. You live in it. So you'd be like, oh, the street cleaner don't come down this street. Well, how about you knock on all your neighbors' door? But then you'll come up with another excuse. Oh, I ain't knocking on their door. They rude. Nah. Find a solution. Well, then you don't do it. Then you
Hmm.
get other people which you know, and y'all come all together and plant some flowers on the block. Sweep the street. Who'll be
Yeah.
mad at somebody sweeping their street?
Right.
But
And it's
don't
like,
complain about it. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, and no, no, I don't mean to cut off your wisdom. And it's like, it's we're working for each other, by each other. You know what I mean? Like, even if
But
you
not
have,
for each other.
yeah, even if you have to work for someone, right? Wouldn't you rather work for your own people than, let's say, like Walmart, while they're basically slaving you, paying minimum wage,
Mm-hmm.
and while they're growing, 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 right? While if you put your work and time for someone's business and supporting them in that way, and you're both getting the benefits, like you said, like not benefits, but you're both helping each other and supporting each other.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to, if someone still wants to work for someone, we need to have a system in place, and we are going to have a system in place to hire our own and
Mm-hmm.
work for our own and work by our own, you
Mm-hmm.
know, just like you said, just like a community, like you said, if something's dirty on your street, clean it up, like, because we all live on that street.
Right.
We all have to share the road, we all have to share the sidewalk.
We're the same people that complain about the Mexicans and how they get on your nerves and all of them in the car together, but they live together.
Mhm.
Together, and then they own the store on the corner from you in 2 weeks in a restaurant up the block in a year.
Mhm.
Then they get new cars and houses and all of that. They work together. I can't complain about a Mexican. I see the beauty in what they do. Come on. I don't see nothing wrong with it. They're the same people that do that complain about the beauty. They work together. So what? They work at the hotels and all of that. Whatever they need to do. And you know what? That little bit of money that they're making from working at a hotel, being a cleaning lady or whatever, working at Walmart on the corner, waiting for somebody to go do construction. All of that, all those little dollars that they're making is going a long way. Why? Because they're not paying $900 rent bill with someone else. They're not paying
Mhm.
us $500 electric bill. Why? Because they're splitting it up with five other people. They're buying food collectively. I can't complain. That's beautiful to me.
Yep.
My mother and her friends, they've been doing this for years. Every month, all of them put they all take $75 and we say put it in a pot, right? $75. Now they have a list of all of the women that they do this with. Now this month, all of that money goes to this one sister. The next person's name on the list goes to that sister. So it's like 20, 30 of them. So one person every month gets like $5,000.
Wow. And that's a great system. That or
Yeah.
yeah, even things like that. That's a great idea that people should start implementing because that shows the unity.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even
And they've
about
been doing it for years. Sisters own
yeah.
my mom's friends. They own stores. They have like fabric stores. They have little daycares. They have businesses.
Hmm. And imagine if we had the numbers, right? Let's say even 100 people.
Mm-hmm.
We got 100 people together a month. Each person donates 10.
Yep,
That's 10,000.
that's it. But if
And then it
I
can
ain't giving them
go
no one. Mm-hmm.
and it could go into the investment of someone's business or every month.
Right. Everybody could build a business. You could
Mhm.
take you could take that 10,000 and you could launch your own. You know what? You could launch a business that helps other businesses. Like it would start at Amazon. It would start a web server. It would start. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that expensive. It was, and then all you have your own. These people they have their own products and all of that. So all of that money would be put into your business. Really, that $10 from 1,000 people would really start your business.
Mhm.
Period. Maybe we should start that a campaign for that because I don't the division it really has to go too
It does.
because everybody yeah it does have to stay because it also needs sectors. Everybody can't be and everybody can be the CEO, but everybody can't be the CEO. You can be the CEO of yourself and work the best of yourself in a department that you feel comfortable in. Everybody can't be a writer. Everybody is not a dancer. And that's how it is. It's not that one person is better than another. Just be the best you. Period. Light
Exactly.
itself always has to shine too. It's nothing wrong with the vision, but you have to see the division to see the unity too.
Exactly.
Uh,
And yeah, we're getting down to the last minute of our show, but I think, well, I know that was a really powerful way to end it, really beautiful way of putting it, Fatima. Anything else you'd like to add?
no, because I kept calling you off, sis. Oh, I'm so
Oh
sorry.
no,
This.
no, you weren't at all. Like you were doing great. We're just bouncing off each other because we're
Yeah.
passionate about this stuff. We're passionate about the people. We want to help our people. We want to see our people succeed. We want people to accomplish their goals. That's why we're doing this radio show, to be
Mm-hmm.
a platform for them. So, thank you for all of you who tuned in. Um, we had a great time. I had a great time talking to you, Fatima. It's always a pleasure. And
It's always a pleasure. Yep.
yep.
And
Um,
next time we need to bring Reverend Ani on.
yes, I keep telling him he needs to do a show, but we'll have a show soon. But yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, everyone.
Yep.
Well, I
Thank
do.
you. Well, I do.